Hi, Miss Jones. May I come in? Okay, great. How are you doing today? Awesome. So I am Erica. I'm your CNA assigned to take care of you today, and I want to do catheter care on you. Is that okay? Okay, great. I'm going to close your curtain, wash my hands, and gather my supplies. Miss Jones, is this warm enough? Okay, great. Okay, Miss Jones, I'm going to cover you with the privacy blanket. This blanket is to keep you warm and protect your privacy while we're getting you all cleaned up, okay? So we're going to spread this out over you. How's your day going today? It's good. Is your family still coming this weekend? Okay, I'm going to bring down your bottom sheet while I hold on to your blanket here. So I'll take your sheet down to your ankles. I'm going to keep you covered. There we are. We'll bring this all the way down to below your waist so we can get you all cleaned up here. All right. Okay. Next I'm going to do is I'm going to get your Chuck's pad ready. We're going to put a Chuck's pad under you. And we're going to roll the white side toward me. Gotta get it all opened up and ready first. You don't want to shake it. Get it all ready. Making sure I don't touch myself, my uniform, or anything with this. All right. Okay, I'm gonna lay this here. Then I'm gonna grab my gloves. I'm gonna go ahead and put my washcloths in the water so they can stay nice and warm. I'm ready to get going here. So first thing first, I'm going to look at your catheter, make sure that it's draining well, it's not kinked or anything, and that looks really good. Okay, so now first thing first is I need you to come toward me and roll over on your right side. Okay, so I'm going to scoot you towards me. Here we go. I'm going to grab hold to your arm, your shoulder, and your hip to bring you towards me. So here we go. And then on the count of 3, I'm going to roll you over. 1, 2, 3. Good job. under you here. And roll that out so you can be on top of that while we're cleaning you up. We don't want to mess up your bed, so that's why we want that here. Okay, now I'm going to move you back to the middle because we don't want you to fall off on this side. And then I'm going to walk over to the other side. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, same thing is I'm going to bring you towards me, Miss Jones, and then I'm going to roll you over on your side again, okay? So here we go. Scoot towards me, and then I'm going to roll you over on your side. 1, 2, 3. All right. And pull that on, roll that Chuck's pad out. Thank you. And I'm going to scoot you back to the middle of the bed. All right. Good job. You okay? Are you feeling okay there? All right, great. I'm leaving your car light where I can see it so it doesn't fall behind the bed, so I don't look for it when I'm all done. Okay. Okay, Miss Jones, so now I'm going to have to expose you. I'm going to be very brief. You let me know if you're uncomfortable at any time, okay? Because I need to bring your blanket up above your peri area, okay? So you just let me know at any moment if you're uncomfortable, okay? All right. So we're going to grab it from here, and I'm going to take it all the way up. I'm going to be careful because the catheter is there, and we don't want to accidentally pull the catheter out. So you want to be making sure that the catheter is not rolled up in the blanket as well, okay? And we're just going to take this all the way up, out of the way now. There we go. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to take the towel and I'm going to lay it here. We don't need to unfold the entire towel, but we want to make sure that it's, trying to keep her feeling more protected. So we're going to lay the towel out here like this. We're going to leave it folded in half. You don't need to unfold the entire thing. And we're going to make sure that the catheter is laying on top, right up under there, okay? So that's going to help with keeping the bed clean and dry, and then we'll use that to dry when we're all done here, okay? So there we are. It's all ready to go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take the first washcloth, get it all ready. And I'm going to soap 4 corners. So we're using the 4 corners method here. And this is to help prevent cross-contamination. Okay, we're going to make sure we only use one spot on the washcloth one time. And we're only going to spray 4 corners for this process, okay? And then now we're ready to clean the catheter. Now we want to make sure we pinch the catheter here because we do not want to accidentally pull that out. So here we go, 1. And we're going to fold that back. I'm going to hold on to the catheter. 2. Okay, that's 2. We're going to do number 3. We're going to take one straight stroke. We don't want to go back up and bring the dirty to clean. And then number 4. And that washcloth is now dirty. We will just lay it on the table. Now, whatever we wash, we rinse. So we're going to rinse those areas. We're going to do it exactly the same way we just did the washing, okay? And we're going to use 4 corners again. It's nice and wet, so we're wringing it out. We want to make sure we have soap-free water to clean that off with. So now I'm going to pinch it here, and I'm going to go straight down and just to rinse it once. I'm going to rinse it twice. I'm going to rinse it 3 times. And then I'm going to rinse it 4th time. Straight down and put that on the table. Now I'm going to dry that catheter. Now we're going to do 1 stroke just to dry that catheter. And now we're done. We're going to move on to peri-care. Okay, we're going to get our 3rd washcloth. And I'm going to soap 5 corners this time, okay? So we're soaping 5 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the outside will be 5. Okay, so now we're ready. All right, so we want to make sure that we loop that catheter out of the way. The first stroke will be from top to bottom, in the middle, from the meatus, the vagina opening down. 1 stroke. 1. Okay. 2. 2 is going to be the labia, so I'm going to do her labia, the one closest to me. Straight down, 1 stroke. I'm not going to come back up. Now I'm going to do the other labia, straight down. That'll be 3. Number 4 is going to be in the groin area, right between the thigh and the peri area. That's 4. And then the last one is going to be on the other side, straight down, 1 stroke. And then that is dirty. Now we're going to rinse those areas. So we're going to rinse those areas, and we're going to do the same thing with the 5 corners, okay? Let me straighten up my cloth really quick. Okay, so we're going to go exactly in the same routine. So I'm going straight down the middle. I'm going to bring my catheter up out the way here because we don't want to pull it by accident. And I'm going to take that corner and I'm going straight down. 1 stroke. We are just rinsing. I'm going to rinse the labia, side closest to me. And then I'm going to rinse the labia, the side furthest away from me. I'm going to rinse the groin area, which is right here between the thigh, and then the outside of this washcloth will rinse that side. That'll be number 5. And then that is done. And now we're going to dry all those parts. Okay. Okay, I'm going to bring my towel out. I want to make sure that it's all the germs are inside the towel, and I'm looking at her catheter, make sure it's laying good on the bed, it's coiled on the bed, all the things that needs to be, and I'm going to bring down her blanket at the same time because we've had her exposed for way too longer than we wanted to, and now we want to make sure we cover her up as soon as we can. Okay, Miss Jones, I need to get rid of my dirty linen. I'll be right back. Okay, next I'm going to get rid of my water. Okay, so I'm ready to dump out my water, but because my hands are dirty, I can touch the sink. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that water out. I'm going to cut on my sink so I can rinse this out. Okay, I'm going to rinse this. I'm going to pour it out. And then I'm going to sit this down in the sink, and I'm going to grab a paper towel. And that's to hold on to the end of it. So because my hands are dirty, now I've rinsed it out. This is clean. And then I'm going to dry the inside. Trash. Then I'm going to dry the outside. And I'm going to take a paper towel to go to put away my soap. Okay, so I'm going to grab that paper towel, grab that soap with the clean paper towel, and stick it in here. Use the same paper towel to open this drawer with because I don't want to use my dirty hands with my gloves. Put that down in there and close that back. Then Miss Jones, I'm going to get rid of my trash. Jones, now I want to get this chucks pad from under you because that was in there just to keep your bed clean. So we're going to get that from under you. So I'm going to bring you close to me and I'm going to roll you over on your side, okay? So here we go. And on the count of 3, we're going to roll over up on your side. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to roll this out from under you, up under you so we can get that out. There you are. I'm going to make sure that catheter looks good and you're not laying on the catheter. And I'm going to move you back to the center of the bed. We don't want you to fall. And that is coiled on the bed. That looks good. I want to go over to the other side. Okay, darling. Miss Jones, I'm going to bring you close to me. And then I'm going to roll you over on your side, okay? Count to 3. So here we go. And then I'm going to roll you up. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to pull that out. And I want to make sure that that's dirty, that I don't let it touch my uniform at all. And I'm going to lay down up there with the dirty chucks pad. And then I'm going to make sure I'll push you back to the middle of the bed. There you are. Okay, Miss Jones, I'm going to get rid of my trash and I'll be right back. So I'm getting rid of my chucks pads. This is all trash. And now I'll get rid of my gloves. And now I'm at a place where I can pull off the blanket because the blanket is, when you're ready to take off the blanket, you should not have on any gloves. Miss Jones, we're about done. I'm going to take off your blanket now and bring your sheet back up, okay? So let's get that. I'm going to bring it up from the bottom so that way I won't have you exposed at all. And I want to make make sure I bring it in tight so it doesn't drop any bacteria anywhere. I'll bring the sheet up as I go, and I'm going to bring the top part of the blanket back away from your face, because I don't want that to get up in your face, any bugs, any bacteria. There we go. And then I'm going to bring up your sheet all the way up to you so you're good and covered. I'm going to go get rid of my blanket, Ms. Jones, and I'll be right back. Okay, Ms. Jones, I don't have any wrinkles left on your sheet. It's nice and neat. I have you looking very nice. So I'm all done. Do you need anything? A magazine, perhaps? Okay, great. So here's your call light. I'm going to open your curtain and wash my hands. Okay, so I'm going to review the steps of my skill, make sure everything looks good, and then I will tell my evaluator that my skill is done. Okay, so providing catheter care is not that bad, but I can assure you that 80% of students are going to see that skill. So you need to know that skill like the back of your hand. So I tried to be very thorough. So typically, you don't have to speak through your entire skill, but I was trying to make sure you understand the steps that you need to do to provide that skill correctly. But understand that the only thing they really want to see is that you're communicating with your patient. All the other stuff that I was doing was just me trying to make sure you understand the steps that you need to do. In the skill, you notice that my curtain wasn't pulled all the way. That is because we don't have to have the skill. We don't need the curtain closed all the way because the nurse evaluators want to be able to see what you're doing. Now in real life, you will have that entire curtain closed to provide privacy for your patient. Okay. Also, when I went to the sink, I did not wash my hands because once you do your first skill and get checked off on your hand washing, the very first skill, you're going to do your full hand washing. They're going to tell you to simulate hand washing from that point. So you don't have to worry about that at that point, but you do have to go and stand in position to show them that you know that my hand's supposed to be washed. So you just go there, stand for a second, and then you start getting your supplies, okay? Just a couple things I want to talk to you about. The nurse evaluators are looking at you to see certain things, okay? So what they're looking for, did you greet your resident? Did you provide explanations to the resident? Did you wear gloves while providing catheter care? Did you position towel under pad? Like, did you put the towel under them like I did? Did you use water of safe temperature? That will fail you. If you do not check the temperature of that water, like when I went to the sink and I put my arm under the water, that is the first check. The second check is when I came to the bed and asked the patient, how is the temperature of the water? You will fail that skill if you do not check the temperature of that water. And you got to check the temperature at the sink before you put it in the basin, okay? So do not forget that, okay? Do not move your call light out of your view. If you move the call light out of your view, you're going to forget to put it back at the end of the skill, and you will fail that skill, okay? Another thing that will fail you on that skill is if you don't push that resident back to the middle of the bed. So when I moved her over and rolled her over, and then I put the Chuck's pad under her, I needed to move her back to the middle, because if you don't, they're gonna assume that patient could fall off onto the floor. Okay, those are pretty important things I need to make sure you understand. For Prometric, for your CNA, we don't have to raise the bed for the skill, but in real life, you will raise the bed for the skill. Okay, so those are the most important things I want to touch base with you about. If you have any questions, definitely make comment below. I'm trying to be very thorough. I'm trying to help you guys. Just trying to help you guys. So again, if you see anything that looked weird, if anything that I didn't do as you thought I should have done, or any questions about anything that I did, let me know. And also understand, this is a 10-part series, so if you haven't watched my other videos, go back and watch them, because you will not know until you get there what skills you got. Now, the day you pay for your test, they can know what skills you got, but that don't do you any good, okay? You also need to know what the supplies are. They're not going to tell you the supply list. I'm talking about Florida residents who's taking the Prometric exam, okay? Everybody does things a little different, but this is for Florida, okay? And so just be aware of that and understand I got a few more videos coming, and I'm hoping these videos are helping you guys. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to me.